up to $4,500 for your trade-in cash for clunkers.
Logan Brassick was used to playing through pain, but when one in his left hip didn't go away, he finally got it checked out. That was 3 years ago. Since then, he's been learning to play the game he loves again and helping others who are enduring what he went through. Logan's story begins in a doctor's office.
He sat me down and said, the MRI found a tumor. It's around the size of a softball, and it's in your left hip. And it was just like, from that moment on, my life was just absolutely turned upside down.
Logan Brassick soon learned that tumor was osteosarcoma, bone cancer. Logan, just 19 at the time and in his first year of college, soon had to make a decision: lose the use of his leg or lose it altogether.
That was a doozy. I actually didn't even know I had to lose my leg until the night before my surgery. You don't really ever expect anybody to say that you're going to have to lose your leg, but to have not even 7 hours to make the decision, you know?
Yeah.
It was pretty intense.
He went with what his doctor called the safest route, amputating his leg and half of his pelvis. It also meant the end of his dream of playing for the MSU soccer team. It was a missed opportunity that still haunts him as a lifelong goalkeeper who starred for his Jackson Northwest High School team.
I don't know if it's really anything that I'll ever get over. You know, a lot of people say that time heals all wounds, but I personally think that you just kind of learn to deal with the pain that you have from different things over time.
The only time he ever really expressed any kind of tremendous grief about what he's been through was when he said, "I just really want to play soccer again." That was the one thing that was breaking his heart.
Then one day in the hospital, Mom Lori was able to help mend her son's broken heart.
She came to me one night and just said, "You know, I'd really like to get kind of involved in the in helping raise funds for this." We kind of bounced some ideas around for a while, and she said, "You know, well, what do you think about a 24-hour long soccer tournament?" And I was like, yes, you know, anything that has to involve soccer is awesome.
And with that, Soccer Round the Clock was born. And this past weekend, the second annual event was held in Jackson. Teams filled out every time slot of the 24 hours helping to raise funds for osteosarcoma, the forgotten cancer as some call it, because it gets so little funding. Logan didn't play the first year because of his treatment, but he was determined to this year.
It's a little bit harder playing goalie with one leg.
But he did. Back where he belongs, in the net, playing on one leg for 3 games. And for the first 2, gave up just 1 goal.
And I went from soccer mom to cancer mom back to soccer mom because that's what Soccer on the Clock allowed me to do, is to go back and somehow allow soccer to be a part of his life again.
I feel like not only did I learn how to walk when I was a child, but when I was out on the soccer field in goal, I learned how to fly. I was spending more time off my feet than I was on them. And going back on the field without the crutches, letting everything else just fall away is a really nice, a really cool way for me to get a little bit of that feeling back.
Logan's father and sister are also big parts of Soccer Around the Clock, the 24-hour marathon event that raised $10,000 the first year and another $4,000 this year. It's a one-of-a-kind event, and you can bet this soccer family from Rives Junction will do it again next year. As for Logan, who is cancer-free, he's thinking about coaching and already has plans to work with some kids' teams this fall. Andy is up next with an hour-by-hour Thursday forecast and a look ahead to what could be an ugly weekend. You're watching News 10 at 11.
Introducing SaveMidMichigan.com. Local business is the lifeblood of